At this time, I'd like to recognize Representative Newhouse for his final questions.
Yes, for 15 minutes. You're worth it. You know so.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for your indulgence. I just had a couple more things I wanted to bring up real quickly. The first has to do with the Bonneville Power Administration. And let me just say, I do appreciate the efforts that are going in on behalf of the federal government by this administration to reduce spending. It's something we have to get control of. Government waste and taxpayer funds, those are the things that we have to pay particular responsibility to in time. However, with the Bonneville Power Administration, that's an organization, as you know, that does not receive federal funds, and they've been impacted by these efforts. We've lost 200 employees up to date, which is significant. Lots of institutional knowledge has gone out the door that's not easily replaced, and certainly has a potential for all PMAs throughout the country to impact the operations and reliability of producing power for years to come. So I just wanted to bring that up, ask you how these reductions have affected your agency and what kinds of precautions that you're taking to ensure that they don't impact the grid reliability and raise electricity costs.
So great question, and it is a concern for us as well in the department. When we did our first sort of voluntary who wants to step out, a DRIP we call it, deferred resignation program, to let people go out on the best possible terms, we had acceptance across the department from it, and we granted those wishes of people that chose in. And then we did a second round that's been much bigger, but we've been specific at saying we can't have people leave from Bonneville Power and the other power marketing agencies, because I don't think we have room to reduce headcount there anymore. And so I think, and when I arrived, and I only learned this in the last few weeks, that Bonneville Power Administration was already well below its sort of desired staffing.
That's
so
absolutely true.
That gap was much bigger than the 100 or 200 people that have left since then. It was already several hundred short. So there'll be no more shrinkage in headcount at Bonneville Power. And one of the key things there is in all of these things is to make sure we're delivering on the mission, make sure that thing is getting done, that the power is being marketed, transmitted, and bettering the lives of the citizens all in that region. So I understand your concern there, and we share it, and
Good.
we'll keep
I appreciate that.
keeping headcount flat there.
Appreciate that commitment. And then I wanted to jump to another thing that I'm very proud of in the state of Washington, and that's Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. As you probably know, they're celebrating 60 years of scientific brilliance, and I hope we can add that to your list of things. You're going to have to be in Washington for a few days. You know that, don't you?
I do, and I'm okay with that. I've climbed many mountains in Washington, and
that's right.
that took several days as well.
Well, the lab, it's focused on addressing some of the most complex national issues that we have, the challenges that we're trying to meet. It also conducts important research for the energy efficiency and renewable energy programs, as well as nuclear and non-proliferation. So lots of crucial funding in offices of the EERE, Office of Science. The skinny budget proposals are significant cuts to these areas. I just want to make you aware of this and ask you about what actions you could take to ensure that the lab and all our labs actually throughout the country have the resources necessary to continue all their important work.
Yeah, and I think that was basically the criterion in developing the budget. We don't want to shrink or stop any of the critical research in our national labs, from cybersecurity that PNNA is so strong at, to fusion energy, to advanced computing, artificial intelligence,
So many things.
basic fundamental physics. All of these things will go on virtually unimpacted. We had certainly over the last several years, a growth of what I would sort of call political science. We want you to work on this problem because it's part of our messaging or it's part of our campaign. Universities have been overrun with science that, politically sounds good, so students drift into that, and we're seeing a shrinkage of the percent of people in technology that are in sort of hard, fundamental, basic technology that enables everything else. And so this is really, and this is together with the labs to kind of just not touch the hard science, not touch the basic science, not touch the stuff we did 10 years ago or 30 years ago or going to do 10 years from now, but to trim out the fluff that we've been working on. So I think the future of our national labs is very bright, and the scientific and substantive output from the labs will not be reduced.
Good. Again, thanks for coming to the committee. We look forward to having you come out to the state of Washington.
Thank you. Thank you, Representative Newhouse.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Levin.